weird. You can actually feel it in your butt when you accelerate. Hi, people of the internet. It's your favorite Squeaky Warehouse Sarah here with another car review. It's Squeaky Warehouse Sarah today because it's windy and the building's squeaky. Anyway, today I got a 2020 Lexus LS500h. It's the hybrid version of Lexus's luxury big boy sedan. 5,200 pounds worth of car right here. This LS500 came equipped with a grasshopper because there is a little grasshopper right here on the front of the car. Come on. Oh, whoa, there you go. Hello, grasshopper. First things first, I have a grasshopper and this color is called Matador Red Mica. I think the grasshopper approves of the color. Whoa, geez, he jumped away. Anyway, back to the car. The name of this color is called Matador Red Mica, and because it is the hybrid model, it has the blue around the L, because blue represents electricity. Have you ever seen a spark or a lightning bolt? They're kind of bluish. I've always been a fan of Lexus's triple beam LED headlights they put on their vehicles, especially if the little whiskers built into the LED daytimer. I like how Lexus just subtly throws a massive brake caliper on the front of this car. There's no attention drawn to the brakes on here. They're not powder coated or finished in any glossy finish to draw attention to them. It's just like the car is subtly saying, yeah, I got big brakes. I don't need to brag. It also has these 20-inch forged aluminum wheels with this kind of old money vibe, polished finish to it. I don't know what I meant by old money. It just sounded cool and I went with it. And now I feel stupid. Anyway, the tires are 245/45 run flat 20-inch Bridgestones. Nobody ever mentions drip rails in car reviews, so I'm going to, because this car doesn't have any. It's just smooth, seamless sheet metal, the whole roof. There's nothing right here to worry about when you're waxing it. It'd be a nightmare to have to do any repairs on this thing, but it's nice. I don't think a lot of people would pay attention to this, but where I'm pointing, hopefully, the plastic down here is a smoked rosy pink color. Here, I'll turn it on for you. It has pink taillight plastic. That's just so crazy. It's pretty too. This part is a bit of a letdown right here. The trunk, although it is robotic, that's nice, it is tiny. There's not much space back here considering how big this car is. It's probably because there's a bunch of batteries and electrical gizmos back there. Welcome to the interior of the LS500h. This is a sweet interior, and I mean that as an S-U-I-T-E, because it is like a luxury resort in here. It has hand-pleated door card fabrics, little flaps that you can shove your fingers underneath. It's really durable feeling fabric too. And because this one is equipped with a $23,000 executive package that turns the back seat into an area for business. Ooh. Hello. I'm on this side today because we're gonna do some fun stuff in this back seat. That just sounded wrong. Basically, anything you can do up there other than drive, you can do back here. With that said, there are buttons I can press to put the rear shade up, as well as side window shades. As far as the seats go, up front, the bolstering depends on how you configure it because these things are 28-way power adjustable, heated, ventilated, and full massaging. As well as the passenger one up here folds into origami animals and it can shove down into the floor. Go gadget origami animals. Wow, that thing it does a whole dance. Yep, tuck your head. Look at that thing go. Keep going. Keep going. Whoa, okay, this one's moving now. Level 5, that's as high as it goes. The massage function back here is way better than up front. There comes the heat. Oh, it's on my butt right now. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that feels good. It also includes this Grico glass door trim. If it wasn't enough to have glass up here, well, you got it down on the door cards as well. Super pretty though. It changes colors depending on the daylight. Right now it's got this greenish hue, but at sunset, obviously, because sunsets are golden colored, orangey, the glass follows suit. Let's fire this thing up. Or not, because it's a hybrid. I guess I gotta touch the gas pedal if I want some sounds. There we go. It doesn't like being revved. Anyway, moving on to the tech features in here, because there's plenty of it. The sound system in here is a 23 speaker, 2400 watt Mark Levinson sound system. Sounds incredible. It's got nice, deep, low end bass. It doesn't distort when you crank it all the way up. Lexus was smart by not including the navigation back here, because no matter how rich you are, no one enjoys a backseat driver, period. You don't even have to reach up to turn the lights on back here, because reaching up's for poor people. You can just do it with a touch of a button. I love the hue of the light, the interior light. It's really pretty. Same with the makeup vanity. Yeah. Even the handles go up softly when you pull them down, and they have little fancy metal trim pieces on them. The heads-up display on here is full color and absolutely massive. It pretty much spans the width of the left and right paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, which are satisfying to tap. That's what he said. Even the little hook for hanging clothes on, which no one ever does. At least I've never seen anyone do that. That's soft touch also. My seat just activated air into the bolster right here on the side. That was really random and weird. This thing is alive. That's what you get for $116,000. You get a robot car. It's probably listening to me right now, waiting to see if I'm gonna talk trash about it, and then it's gonna squeeze the side bolsters in and pop me like a pimple. Airbag warning, flip visor over, cousin goofball assessment, replier lay personal. What? That's weird. There's a label to let you know there's a label on the other side of the visor. Thank you, Lexus. There's also a photograph showing not to let your baby sit backwards and drive the car. Babies should not be driving cars, period, let alone sitting backwards facing the seat. That's just a recipe for failure right there from the get-go. Why would a parent do that? At least face them towards the steering wheel so they have a shot for survival. While you often see nose lift features on cars with a long front end, this LS500 has an entire body lift feature that lifts the whole car at once. Going up, going down, the rest of the infotainment system though is stereotypical Lexus. It's fairly easy to control, does have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Unfortunately, the gauges don't have the little motorized display that moves over to open up a separate menu system. It's just one big screen. Safety features, which there's tons of, and 2 analog gauges off the side for your fuel gauge and your temp. I don't mention this in a lot of my car reviews, but I have to on the LS500h. Watch the turning radius on this thing and keep in mind how long this car is. Turning, turning, turning. I bet you they're gonna make drift cars out of this in like 20 years from now. That is a tight turning radius right there. That's so crazy. In the name of science, I'm now going to give this thing the beans. I'm going to put it into Sport Plus, disable traction control, and then give this thing a little assistance and let it eat. Ready? Go. Ooh, I was not expecting that. Whoa, that's weird. You can actually feel it in your butt when you accelerate. You can feel the torque from the electric motor. It grunts in the seat. It's like, that's so weird. Ooh, that's a soft hood pop. Well, that's boring. Hello, welcome to Garage Science with Sarah. Under the hood of this LS500h is Lexus's 8 Golf Romeo Foxtrot Kilo Sierra 3.5 liter Atkinson cycle V6 with 2 electric motor generators with a total combined system output of 354 pound-feet of torque at 6,600 RPM, and who knows how much torque? Because Lexus keeps that a secret. They do not release the torque figures of the total combined system output. The butt dyno says though that this thing weighs just over 5,200 pounds and it barks out 0 to 60 in the low 5s. So I'm guessing it's well over 400 pound-feet of torque to be able to do those numbers with that much weight. All right, it's time for the braking test while getting a massage. This is gonna be a weird sensation. Nobody behind me. Here goes. Ooh, spicy. Wow, oh, the seatbelt just did a little tug to make sure I was still alive. Those are good brakes. Hi, I'm back. The drivetrain in this LS500h is confusing as fuck, and I'm gonna do my best to explain this to you. So basically, in a nutshell, you can get this in either rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. It has two transmissions mated together, a traditional 4-speed auto as well as a CVT, and they call that entire unit the ISIN Alpha Whiskey Romeo Hotel Mike 50. The way that unit operates is the first 3 gears of the 4-speed automatic transmission are then broken down into 3 simulated gears with the CVT. And then the 4th gear of that traditional automatic transmission makes up the 10th gear. So it's a 10-speed hybridized automatic monstrosity. It's so smooth when it accelerates. This is like one of the only cars I've reviewed where I don't instantly put it in the most aggressive sport setting. I've just been leaving it in comfort everywhere I go because that's what this car is good at. It's good at being comfy. It is so comfy. It still goes around corners in comfort mode. It does feel like a melting thing of butter in a hot pan. Let me switch it into Sport Plus. See what this adaptive air suspension can do. It makes fun Jetson sounds when you floor it. It's a fake sound generator. Actually tightens up the steering quite a bit in Sport Plus. I don't see why this car even really needs a Sport and a Sport Plus setting though. I don't think very many of the buyers are going to use it. No one's watching this video to see if this thing can corner well. No one cares. So let's put it back into the comfort setting. There we go. This is a difficult car for me because there is an option to get the LS500 with a twin turbo V6, which is obviously going to have more power, and more power is usually more fun, but this is a massive boat. I don't know if I would want a car this big and this comfortable to have a lot of power because it'll never be a driver's car, and the hybrid drivetrain is quick enough. I mean, it does 0 to 60 in the low 5s, and the fuel economy is phenomenal. When I was driving this thing most of the past week, I was averaging just under 30 miles per gallon, which is great considering this thing weighs over 5,000 pounds. I think this is a car you get in and you cruise, and you're comfortable, and you listen to music, and you just kind of relax. If you guys never seen one of my car reviews before, I have multiple categories to rate and assess them, starting with the coveted bean score. It is a rating of 1 to 5 beans based on the feeling you get in your gut when you give it the beans. The LS500h, it scores 1.5 beans. It is quick for how heavy this thing is. I mean, it's over 5,000 pounds. And the 0 to 60 is still in the 5-second range. And it has that weird feeling when you give it the beans. It's like this little vibration, like a spaceship taking off into warp speed or something. I don't know. Next is the cookie score. It is a rating of 1 to 5 cookies based on what you get for what you spend. And the LS500h, fully loaded at $116,000 with this crazy executive package, gets a rating of 2.6 cookies. That's a load of money, but it's a load of car. So I feel it's kind of fair and balanced with what you get for what you spend. Lastly is the penguin score. It is a rating of 1 to 5 penguins based on how much I personally like a vehicle. And the LS500h is getting a rating of 2.4 penguins. It's a nice car. The luxury features are impressive, especially in the back seat, but all in all, it just doesn't really stand out. And I think for that kind of money, You want a car that stands out amongst the competitors. This just looks like elongated ES350, kind of. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you soon with another. Bye. Can't help but want to shove my hand inside this slot. Ow! Just joking.